big fight for Kevin Randleman.
Are you ready, fighter?
Almost a do-or-die fight.
Where's my bellman? Fight.
And here we go.
This is the first time that Roger Gracie in his embryonic career is fighting inside a cage. Frank, you've been in both the cage and a ring. What are the differences, other than the obvious aesthetics?
Yeah, the other's the third wall. But besides that, you just got to be a little more conscious of where you are in a ring, because there's that corner. In the cage, you have less of a corner, so you can kind of be more mobile. You can work the angles better.
How difficult will it be for Roger Gracie at 6'4" to change his level to get inside of a smaller Kevin Randleman?
It's going to be really hard, but what he can do is once he gets inside and he starts grappling, he can jump down or fall down or slide down into the guard or another ground position.
An interesting note from the fighter meetings, Gracie said he only trained at 20% in his striking, 80% grappling with a gi. Obviously, he doesn't need all that much practice with his grappling. He's a submission savant. I'm very surprised at only 20% striking, because so far in his career, his striking has been rudimentary at best.
Yeah, I thought the same, and that's why I asked him about it. He was very, very set on that was his system. They really believe in jiu-jitsu, and that's his game.
Trained by the legendary Renzo Gracie, Frank, who you have battled with. Yep. You have fought Gracies in the past, and the Shamrock and Gracie family.
Good head movement here by Randleman.
Almost like the Hatfields and the McCoys at one time in MMA.
Yeah, we started this whole thing. We've been battling since the beginning.
I'm very impressed so far in Kevin Randleman on his feet, avoiding the shots. Good foot movement. Really seems to have a little extra pep in his step right now.
Gracie trying to set up that jab and use his height and reach advantage.
He's working that jab real nice, too. It's a very, very soft, very, firing jab. And he's just kind of measuring. He's waiting for that right hand. He dropped the right hand earlier and hit Randleman with it.
It's no secret what Randleman wants to do in this fight, I think, is catch the taller Gracie like he did Mirko Cro Cop back in 2004. Fake the shoot, land the left hook, knock him out.
And when you talk about Kevin Randleman, and you mentioned some of the fighters that he's had a chance to battle with, and he's done well many, many times, a former UFC champion.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's cliche, but it's true. He's fought the virtual who's who names like the aforementioned Mirko Cro Cop, Kazushi Sakuraba, the great Fedor Emelianenko, Mauricio Shogun Rua, Chuck Liddell. I mean, he has been in with the best of the best and wants to keep his career alive here tonight.
Randleman's doing a really nice inside kick that he was kind of stepping forward and switching and kicking, and I'd like to see him go back to that and work on the legs of Gracie.
Are you surprised that Roger Gracie has not attempted any kind of takedown so far?
He tried one, and Randleman literally shucked him off like there was nothing.
Yeah, Gracie very controlled in the pocket, delivering the jab, trying to put together some combinations.
Then
you like his patience.
Yes. The fans in St. Louis might not, but again, a guy still very early in his career, taking a huge step up against one of the greats, Kevin Randleman, a former champion, like you said, who's unfortunately been navigating tumultuous waters in the last few years.
Now they tie up. Randleman very strong.
He's got the collar tie, Gracie now looking for the guillotine. Arm trapped. And this is how Randleman lost to Mirko Cro Cop in the rematch.
Yeah, and this is where Gracie, if he wants to, could pull this thing to the ground. He's over Randleman's head. If he jumped down right now, Randleman will go down with him.
And in fact, Cro Cop, the only man to defeat Randleman via guillotine choke.
Here he goes. This is a tall man's move right here.
I'm almost waiting for Randleman to take this fight to the floor, and yet against a guy like Roger Gracie, that's really needling the caged animal, so to speak.
Well, I like the game that Randleman's playing. What I don't like is him leaving his head in here and getting into a grappling match when he don't have to.
And Randleman scrambling, gets to his feet quickly. Under a minute to go in the first round scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Kevin Randleman, the former champion in the short black trunks. Roger Gracie, Abu Dhabi world champion in the long black trunk.
Gracie is really using that reach to his advantage. He's standing tall. He's nice and relaxed. He's measuring with that jab.
It's almost been 2 years to the day since Gracie submitted Yuki Kondo via rear naked choke in Japan. The reasons he gave us for not competing more often is due to nagging injuries and proposed bouts falling through. So a coming up party for Roger Gracie, but Randleman, nice flurry to close out the round.
And that's the end of the first round. Kevin Randleman, Roger Gracie in the cage. Round 2 scheduled for 3.
Very competitive opening round. Roger Gracie 16 of 81 in total strikes. Randleman 9 of 16. Gracie did also secure the takedown. I tend to give it to Gracie 10-9. Close.
I got Gracie in the first round.
Oh, very good body shot by Randleman.
That made my body hurt.
Thudding body combination.
Roger just found out that his jab really works.
Roger Gracie with a nice right hook.
He did not like that shot to the body.
No, but he eats a couple of more shots to the torso. And really, let's face it, when it comes to the jab Roger's throwing, he's using his striking to try to set up the takedown, which, of course, is going to be easier said than done when you're trying against an Ohio State Wrestling Hall of Famer.
What's funny is his style of punching just popped into my head. He's punching like Nick Diaz.
Yes, he is.
He's just.
I see why that would pop into your head.
He's just shooting him out there.
On your head.
A bunch of times. He's just shooting him out there and then walking behind him and measuring the range so he can clinch.
Again, snatches that front headlock. And really, Randleman in the stand-up department been working with one of the preeminent stand-up trainers in the sport, Sean Tompkins, picking up tips along the way.
Grab his pants.
Wow.
Randleman's working for that double. He's in awful deep. Looked like he tried to switch to a single.
What's the key to fighting jiu-jitsu guys?
Well, for me, it's keeping them standing up and boxing, or getting them on their back and keeping in the center and trying to pound them out with a little ground and pound. I think Randleman's got to get that range. He's in a grappling game against a world-class grappler.
He's got to be careful how much energy he tries to expend in those takedown attempts. Not going to do him any favors.
Oh, a knee! Randleman's down! And Gracie jumps on him. He caught him flush with the knee. Now we'll see the world-class jiu-jitsu, maybe ground and pound. Gracie and Randleman now just holding on.
Yeah, Gracie from north-south. Randleman desperately trying to clean out the cobwebs after taking that knee right between the eyes.
He's in a bad position here. Hanging onto that leg is actually keeping him trapped in this position. Gracie is advancing that to the full mount.
And this is his favorite position.
Here we go, side choke. Side choke.
Randleman's in trouble. Now Randleman scrambling. Good job, but Gracie takes us back.
And Gracie told us that if he gets mount, he wins. Well, so far, Randleman has survived, but is in a precarious position here, flattening him out.
This is a bad spot to be in. 2 minutes left.
Going for the rear naked. He rolls him over. Uh-oh. Randleman.
Oh, he's got the figure 4 body lock. Gracie's got him locked.
In a lot of trouble. Can Kevin Randleman get out of this? Randleman holding on.
This is how Gracie finished Kondo in his last fight. Props to Randleman at 38, desperately trying to save his career.
Randleman is keeping that arm from being underneath his chin, but the moment it slides underneath his chin, Kevin Randleman's in a world of trouble here. The one thing he can do is he can wrestle to put his back on the mat. If he puts his back on the mat, Gracie cannot be on his back choking him.
And again, how much difficulty he's used to training with the gi. It looks like he is having. And again, Randleman, great job of defending, but Gracie with the gi, not with the gi in mixed martial arts.
Well, it's hard to do, and plus, look how long his arms are. That's a long arm to get underneath that chin. Randleman's just swimming the chin around and keeping it from getting underneath.
Very impressed with Randleman's submission defense.
Under now.
He got it.
Under now.
He got it. Kevin Randleman taps. He taps. Roger Gracie. A rear naked choke, one of the classic moves in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and he scores his 3rd win.
And Randleman is forced to say good night, Gracie.
And his coach, Renzo Gracie,